My husband sent me a text yesterday that really irked me, and I really had to cool off before I came back and talked about it. For context, my daughter is currently in the hospital and has been for the past 11 days. Yesterday was the first time I left the hospital since she had been admitted. And Josh came to relieve me yesterday so that I could come home and rest before he has to come back and go to work for the week. Anyway, so he texted me yesterday and said that while he was holding her, in a matter of a few minutes, 2 providers came in and just started praising him for holding her, saying that he was just so present with her. I'm like, what? And he said he obviously appreciated the recognition, but that it made him really sad because they wouldn't comment on it if it was the norm. And he's right. But why? Because the bar is so low for dads, and it's infuriating. In the 10 days that I was with my daughter, I had maybe a handful of providers go out of their way to say words of encouragement to me. And it was mostly in moments of immense distress, like in the trauma room in the ER, or after she had vomited and made a huge mess, and I changed all of her leads and her nasal cannula and her sheets by myself so that I didn't have to bother the nurses who were doing shift change. But my husband, who's holding our daughter, has multiple people praising him in a matter of 10 minutes. Now, I'm obviously not mad at my husband. He was just as confused and disappointed as I was by the whole situation. He is honestly amazing, and words cannot express how grateful I am for that man. So I'm not sitting here begging for praise and attention for taking care of my kid. It's just that the disparity is mind-blowing. The bar for dads is just so low. And yes, while we are seeing it displayed in interactions with healthcare providers, and this is not the first time this has happened, by the way, this is just the first time I'm speaking about it. It's not just something that occurs in medical settings. It's a societal issue, a systemic issue. People do this to parents all the time. A mom will be juggling 3 kids in Kroger, watching Betty over there judge her for using an iPad for 10 minutes of peaceful shopping. But a dad changing their kid's diaper is like a moment of red carpet recognition. The threshold for complimenting dads is just on the freaking floor. I'm not asking people to stop complimenting dads or recognizing their efforts. Their mental health matters too. And that's something that's not talked about enough. I'm just saying we need to be mindful of the disparity that exists between the expectations of different caregivers and recognize how insulting it is for mothers to watch people fawn over their partners for just being a parent. Are you complimenting a mom holding her baby for being so present with her child? For changing diapers or doing feedings or basic care needs? No, because it's expected. But for dads, it's a surprise. Again, I think that support and commenting and encouraging parents on the things that they are doing well is extremely valuable. The times that people have made those comments to me, you should be so proud, you're doing a great job, I know this is difficult and I see you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. My point is, we need to start paying attention to the disparity and the ways in which the difference in compliment threshold, for lack of a better term, is contributing to the bar for dads being so low. We need to consider how this is continuing to perpetuate issues like burnout in motherhood and weaponized male incompetence. We're not asking you to walk on eggshells. We're just anxious for a day in which a dad being a dad is not such a shock to people.